There are no new episodes of NCIS or NCIS Origins on April 7, 2025, due to the network needing to make room for the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. This week's break comes amidst major story developments, including Parker's ongoing Lily storyline on NCIS and Mike Frank's arc on NCIS Origins. Fans don't have to wait long for the return of both shows, as new episodes will air on April 14, 2025. Both series have significant plotlines to address, such as relationship struggles and unresolved mysteries, making the return eagerly anticipated. NCIS will continue with its Season 22 storylines, while NCIS Origins has 3 episodes remaining before its first season concludes. Why are there no new NCIS and Origins this week, April 7th, and when will they return? There are no new episodes of NCIS or NCIS Origins on April 7th, 2025, but eager fans thankfully won't have to wait too long for their return. The NCIS cast members have seen their characters go through some major changes in the past couple of episodes, while the NCIS Origins cast are still more or less establishing themselves, despite a few of them playing characters that veteran fans already know. Naturally, this makes it difficult to have to say even a brief goodbye in the midst of major storylines. Nonetheless, that's exactly what's happening this week. Regardless of whether fans like to focus on the similarities or differences between the NCIS and NCIS Origins characters, one thing they have in common is that neither show's characters will appear in new episodes on April 7, 2025. But that's not entirely without reason. In fact, while those upset with recent cancellations on the network might think there's little method to CBS decisions, the absence of new NCIS and NCIS Origins episodes this week was more or less unavoidable. Why there are no new NCIS Season 22 and NCIS Origins episodes tonight, April 7, 2025. Anything on the slate would have been cancelled tonight. Following the introduction of Parker's Lily storyline on NCIS and the probability that he'll soon reveal more of the story to Jess and or Jimmy, any wait between episodes might feel like a long one right now. Networks typically reserve major cliffhangers for mid-season breaks because it lets them catch up on their shooting schedule while keeping fans hooked for whatever's coming next. However, that's not always the issue, nor is it the issue in this particular case of NCIS and NCIS Origins being put on hold. Much like the flagship series, there have also been major developments in NCIS Origins Mike Frank's storyline, but the network didn't suspend those stories just for the sake of doing so. They also have to make room for major events, and NCIS Origins had to be cancelled this week to make room for the Men's NCAA Basketball Championship. Networks pay a lot to get the rights to air these championships, but they also get extremely high ratings in return. Letting go of that to make room for scripted television simply wouldn't be a prudent business decision. When will new episodes of NCIS Season 22 and NCIS Origins return? It thankfully won't be a very long wait. Nick's relationship with Robin on NCIS took a major hit in Season 22, Episode 16, which is just one reason besides Parker's Lily storyline that many fans might be eager to see the show return. In the hopes it isn't a relationship that needs absolute closure, then it's at least one that needs development. Fortunately, NCIS Season 22 returns on Monday, April 14, 2025. That doesn't mean it will follow up on everything fans are hoping to see, but it will at least continue on its weekly schedule to help mitigate the wait time to see certain storylines resolved. The same is true of NCIS Origins, albeit with a major caveat. Origins only has a few episodes left until the first season ends, so there's limited time to see whether Mike Frank's and Tish's relationship on NCIS Origins can be healed. Either way, NCIS Origins will return on the exact same night as the flagship series, with 3 episodes left before the season ends. Even if the show maintains its case of the week format, these last episodes are certain to push major storylines forward quite a bit. What to expect from upcoming episodes of NCIS Season 22 and NCIS Origins? Both series have major storylines to address. There are a lot of possibilities to look forward to in both shows. Regarding relationships, Torres in NCIS has hit a major roadblock in his relationship with Robin. Meanwhile, Rando knows that NCIS Origins Lala is into Gibbs. And there's the everlasting question of whether Tish will give Mike Franks another chance. But the biggest unanswered questions regard things such as Lily haunting Parker in NCIS. Whether looking at the overall story or just relationships, both NCIS and NCIS Origins have a number of plot threads to pull on right now. In fact, speaking of overall storylines, there's the question of how NCIS Los Angeles' Laura Macy will play into her confirmed upcoming appearance on NCIS Origins. And now that Jimmy's made good with his daughter, there's a chance she could appear in a future NCIS episode. The same could be said of Sawyer, Nick's former rival. There are a lot of directions for both shows to go right now. And while the prequel has a major sniper story to finish, the flagship can go in almost any direction it wants. That's an exciting idea for fans.